If it is cut down, it will sprout again. Though its roots may grow hard, rot in the heart, it will sprout again. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. There is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again. Though its roots may grow hard, rot in the earth, it will sprout again. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and
How are you? Báwo ni? Ṣé kò sí problem? Àkúrìn. Jọ́kẹ́, wọ́n bá àǹtí ẹgbẹ́ báàgì ẹ̀ lọ sílé. Jọ́kẹ́, pẹ̀lẹ́ kúrìn. Àbẹ̀kẹ́rẹ́ ọkọ àtijọ́ ará Èkó gbogbo Èkó ńkọ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹ̀ lọ déédéé sọ fún yàrá pé mọ̀ fọ́ òwúrọ̀ ọgbà akínyó lẹ́wọ̀. Ẹnu ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀ àmójúbà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́.
Àbẹ̀kẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọmọ mi ó ṣe Àbẹ̀kẹ́ Àbẹ̀kẹ́ ó káàbọ̀ pé wọ́kọ̀ káàbọ̀ gan ẹ àwọ̀ rí o pẹ̀lẹ́ ọmọ bàbá tó ní bàbá ọ̀yà tó wà kí n ṣe sílẹ̀ náà jẹ́.
So, that has been the situation since then, Abeke.
But what effort have you made so far? I mean, to look for him.
Abeke, we tried so hard and we located him. At least your uncle Adio saw him in the city, near a big hotel with a group of boys.
Doing what, Mama?
I don't know. Your uncle told him to come back home, but he said no.
Why?
Akin. He said he's angry at us for allowing him to be sent out of school because we could not pay his school fees.
Abeke, could you believe that he accused us of neglecting him while we kept sending money to you to finish your university education?
I must have caused his problem then.
No, Abeke. No. We did the right thing, my daughter. You have been so determined and purposeful.
Yes.
You've tried so hard to read and finish your university education. So we had no choice than to put in all we had to make you realize your dreams. Abeke, we sold our farmlands to raise enough money for your final examination fees.
Yes.
Oh, Papa, thank you.
In fact, Abeke, your father really tried. Ogbinyanju. He tried to make sure that at least if he has nothing in this village, he can always boast of having a child. He has trained out of university. He tried.
Thank you very much.
It's all right, Abeke. Stand up, sit down.
Abeke.
Yes, Papa.
Now let's face the future. We have helped you. You are now a qualified accountant. What can you do now to help us?
Papa, whatever you think I can do, just tell me. Tell me, Papa.
Your younger ones, Lanri and Adepeju, we have been finding it difficult to pay for their schooling. We have not been able to buy any school books for them this year. And even sometimes, they go to school in the morning without food.
Mama.
Yes, Abeke. And I don't want them to be sent out of school like Akin. I don't want my children on the streets.
But what do you want me to do now?
You are now a qualified accountant.
Yes.
Find a good job in a big company. Get a good salary. And take up the welfare and education of your younger ones.
I will, Papa. I promise.
One more thing, my daughter.
Mama.
We are getting old. I want to see your child.
What? Mama?
Get married fast. Give us a baby. Get settled and look after your younger ones. Abeke, that is all what we want you to do for us.
I'm a child of God. His thought for me are thought of good. He will perfect everything. He will give me a good job and a good home that will fulfill all your dream and desire for my life. Just be praying for me, Mama. Pray for me, Papa. Be praying for me. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
You are Sandra, right?
Yes, sir. I was here last week. I submitted my application and credentials. I also came here yesterday, and your secretary told me you would like to see me today, sir.
I have gone through your papers, and I must tell you that you have a very good result. But you see, you are a fresh graduate, and we always like to employ people with field experience.
Well, sir, I may be fresh from school, but you see, if I'm given the opportunity, I can always prove myself.
Well. You see, the laid down procedure in this accounting firm is that we do not employ fresh graduates from universities. We always prefer people with field experience. By the way, have you applied for any professional exams?
No, sir. I just graduated. You see, I have one of the best results for my faculty. I'm yet to put in for any professional examination. But I want a job first.
Is this the only accounting firm that you applied for employment?
No, sir. The fourth. I've always been told there is no vacancy.
You see, jobs are scarce. Especially good jobs, like the one you are applying for in this company.
Sir, but your secretary told me you would like to see me today. And that's why I'm here, sir.
Oh, yes. Give me some time to go through your papers again and make some consultations.
I will not mind, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, when can I check back, sir?
This evening.
This evening?
Yes.
Do you do night duties there?
No? Do you know the White Castle Inn? Meet me there for 7:30 p.m. today. If you are really interested in the job, I'll be expecting you.
Can I go, sir?
Yes. Should I be expecting you?
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How was the day?
Oh, it was good. I had to stay behind in the office to work on some records. My boss is a very hard man. He insisted the work must be completed before I leave. Sandra, what's the matter? You don't seem to be in good spirits. The interview was not successful again. Look, if your application was rejected there, then you keep on trying. At least, you can always stay here with me until you secure a good job.
Eliza, I have a job.
Wow! You mean you have been given the post of an accounting officer in Duncan, Kimberly and Associates?
Yes. I met with one of the directors.
Wow! Then, what's the matter? Why are you so downhearted? Don't you know that working in such a place is the beginning of a promising future for you? Sandra!
I know, Eliza, but I am in between two choices. It's either I take the job or I sacrifice my spiritual dignity on a hotel of juicy employment. Or I maintain my love for God and suffer a while.
Sandra, come out clearer.
The director says that I should meet him at White Castle Hotel by 7:30 p.m.
White Castle?
Yes, and I'm not ready to do that.
Then you don't want the job.
What are you saying? Do you know what that means? I applied for a job in a company. He is asking me to come to a hotel to meet him if I need the job. Don't you know what that means?
What does that mean, Sandra? Sandra, what does that mean? Look, the man can choose to give you your letter of employment anywhere he considers suitable. There's nothing wrong in him calling you over to an hotel to give you the appointment, probably while you talk over a delicious meal. Look, as far as I'm concerned, I don't see anything wrong in doing that.
You don't understand. You just don't understand.
I know. I know you will say that I don't understand. I cannot understand your irrational Christian life. Sandra, look, I may not be as religious as you are, but I am wise enough to know when I come across good and reasonable opportunities. Your so-called spiritual life is making you miss a lot. I am a Christian too.
I'm a child of God. I gave my life to Christ when I was in the college. And I promised him that I'm going to live my life for his glory. He will saw me through the university. Despite all the financial difficulties, will make a way for me very soon.
Don't be stupid, Sandra. Why are you so apprehensive? Look, go and see the man. Hear what he has to say. Keep the appointment.
I am wise enough to know that this is an enticement to temptation. Do you think he will just simply give me the letter when I get to him?
Assumption. Mere assumption. What makes you think that the man is going to do anything to you? Why do you think he's going to seduce you or even touch you? You are just preempting the whole thing. Doesn't your own Bible tell you that the righteous is as bold as lion? If I were you, I will honor the appointment, hear what he has to say, and see what comes out of it.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, sit down. Thank you. Oh, come on. Oh, sit down, sit down. I'm so glad you could make it. Huh? You're welcome. Thank you, sir. No. Look, let's put off all the formalities. Huh? That's why I invited you here to an informal setting, out of the company setting and everything, so that we could be, close and discuss issues more closely. Huh? By the way, I'm Raymond. Simply put, Ray. Personnel manager Duncan Kimbali.
Sir, I need a job. I've been searching for a job for the past 6 months. You see, my parents had spent all they had to see me through the university. And I also tried my best to have one of the best results for my faculty. The education and the welfare of my younger ones are waiting, so I could start from where my parents stopped. You see, if really I'm qualified for the job, then help me.
Sandra, why are you telling me all this? I know. Huh?
Because you said you wanted us to discuss. So I felt I should be more open to you, sir.
Oh, yes. I understand. Sandra, you know what?
What?
When you stepped into my office this afternoon, I sensed something on me. You see, I felt that you and I should become closer. We need to be friends, huh?
Closer?
Yes.
How?
this, eh?
Sir, what exactly do you want from me?
Or what do you need from me?
I told you I want a job. I have told you everything you need to know about me. I have not hidden anything.
You've not told me everything exactly about you. Okay. Do you live alone? Do you live with your parents?
No, I live with a friend.
I live alone. In a big house. All alone by myself. And you know what, Sandra? It could be very boring. Sandra, do you mind being my guest tonight? I mean, come over to my house and spend the night with me. First thing tomorrow morning, come over to my office and pick up your letter of employment. Aye, Raymond, I guarantee you.
I guess you're talking to the wrong person. For all I care, you can hold on to your job.
Sandra. Come. Sandra. Look. Look, I am sorry. I am sorry if I offended you, huh? But, you see, from the first time I set my eyes on your credentials, I knew you were a very intelligent girl, creative, with great potential. And I made up my mind and determined that no one else will get that job but you. But you see, Sandra, we have to be friends.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Sandra, look, what is wrong with you going home with me? Huh? What is wrong with you going home with me? There's absolutely nothing wrong. Are you a baby? Others do it, huh, Sandra? Others do it. Huh? It's common, huh? It's common. Huh?
Others may do it. I cannot. Do you have to take me to bed before giving me a job I'm qualified for? Good day.
After about 6 months of searching for a job, you could blow up a promising opportunity this way, then I don't believe you are really interested in getting a job. Just imagine. Imagine being offered the post of an accounting officer at Duncan Kimberley on a platter of gold like that, and you threw it in the ocean because of a stupid old-time Christianity you carry about. Is that not foolishness? Eh?
Hey, Lisa, why are you talking this way? Would you actually advise me to spend the night with this man for the mere purpose of looking for a job in his company?
Exactly! That is exactly the point I am trying to make. I see nothing wrong in you getting a job whichever way you can.
Is that the way you got your own job?
Sorry. I don't have to tell you how I got my own job. I am wise enough to know what is good for me. Look, Sandra. It is high time we redefined our friendship. If you don't know how to get what you want, then I can't be of help any longer.
You can't help. How?
You have to excuse me. I've tried enough. For the past 4 months you have been living here, eating my food, using my things, wearing my clothes. Even the one you have on you right now, Sandra, is mine. Hey.
You mean I should leave?
Yes! You have to leave. I can't understand your religious belief. I don't see things the way you see it. I mean, I can't understand you.
Eliza, I may not be able to do what you expect me to do because of the Spirit of God in me. But once again, I still want to...
Hold it. Don't speak any further. Don't preach to me. I have made up my mind. I have spoken my mind to you. I want you to leave tomorrow. Period.
To where? Eliza, to where?
You have other friends, don't you? Forgot this.
Thank you very much. Thanks for all your care. I appreciate it.
That's all right.
Sandra, you must pull yourself together. Don't you believe in the scripture that says all things work together for good to them that love the Lord? Then, Sandra, you must patiently hold on to his promises. Despite the financial situation of your people, the Lord still made you scale through your university education. You must allow the Lord to complete what he has begun. He will say to you, Sandra, the Lord will say to you, but you must stand strong in the Lord. Whatever happens, you must walk in the ways of Jesus Christ. Understand?
Sandra, it seems to me that you are nursing a grudge against the Lord for allowing you to be passing through this situation.
Ma, I have a lot of responsibilities. I avoid driving to my parents in the village because the expectations is high. They stop my younger brother's education to concentrate on my university education. They sold all they had to pay for my final examination. Now, 2 of my younger ones are waiting for me to get a job and take care of their welfare and education. For the past 6 months, I still remain jobless.
Sandra, don't you believe that the Lord is in control of your situation?
Yes, I do.
Sandra.
Yes, Pastor.
You must not allow your faith to grow weak at this time. You must never bow to pressures and temptation. You told us of a man who asked you to come and spend a night with him before he could give you a job. Right?
Yes, I did.
You may encounter more of such temptations, but you must stand strong in the Lord Jesus until he answers your prayers and gives you his best. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Where have you moved your things now?
Presently, another friend of mine had agreed to accommodate me for about a month till I get a better place. Hopefully, I should be able to get a job before then.
The door of my house is opened anytime. And my wife will be ready to render any help in her capacity.
Yes. We will also make some contact with some people concerning your job. But, Sandra, you must not bow to temptations of the devil. Don't be deceived away from the Lord Jesus. He knows your problem and he has solution to them. Just rest and trust in him. Understand?
Thank you. I'm very grateful, sir.
Okay. Let's pray before you go.
Good afternoon. Come over here and have a seat.
Thank you, madam.
You are Sandra.
Yes, madam.
You studied accountancy.
Yes, madam.
Yes. I know you have a very good result, but no field experience.
Well, madam, I think some applicants with relevant field experience may not, as a result of pride and self-importance, be zealous and dedicated. As a brilliant freshers, would want to do all in their best to be reckoned with. I think you need to give me a chance, madam.
I want to believe you are right. You applied for the post of an accounting officer?
Yes, madam.
Hello? Yes? Mr. Lucky? Yes. I've been speaking to the lady. She's okay. I will send her over to you now. And you give her further briefings. Yes. And her employment letter. She can resume in 2 weeks' time. That is 2nd of next month. Yes. Thank you. Congratulations. You've got the job.
Oh, thank you, ma. I'm grateful.
You can go and meet my secretary outside who will take you to the director of personnel. He will brief you further and give you your appointment letter.
Thank you, ma.
Thank God. One more thing, miss.
Oh, what, madam?
We want to know about your disposition to religion.
What do you mean, madam?
Just want to know your religion and how deep and committed you are. Something like that.
Oh. I'm a Christian, madam. A dedicated child of God. And I promise that I'm going to serve this company in godly fear.
How often do you preach your Christian faith?
As often as possible.
You mean anytime, anywhere?
Yes, madam. You see, the Bible encourages us that we should pray the word of God in season and out of season. You know, telling others about Jesus Christ. Make one grow in the Lord.
You know what? Our former officer in the accounts department had similar belief. She is deeply religious and committed too.
So she has left?
We sacked her.
You sacked her? Why?
Or rather, the management sacked her.
For being a Christian?
No, for preaching to our managing director himself. The man hates the Christian and people who are predisposed to preaching about Jesus. Is there any way you can hide your Christian faith?
How?
Something like making it impossible for him to know you are a Christian, or at best, to know that you are a normal Christian.
That is, I can't behave as a child of God. I can't preach, or even possibly pray.
Well, it is the principle here, adopted by the management, that no one with serious religious inclination be employed into the staff of the company. So, the meeting is over. You can go.
Madam, you just said somebody will take me to your personnel manager.
You see, miss, giving you this job will be putting my own job on a serious risk. Because when they get to know you really are, they will fire back at me. And miss, I am a widow. And this job is all I have since 8 years. I am sorry for whatever inconveniences. Good day.
Because I'm a Christian. Ridiculous, isn't it? When has it become a crime to love the Lord and be steadfast in Him? I lost the first job with a promising future just because I choose to do what I think an ideal child of God should do. Then, this one, very ridiculous. Was it not shameful? The job was already given. But because I mere confessed that I love Jesus and I love to tell others about Him, that was all. I lost that job too. Why are my opportunities standing against my Christian faith and beliefs? Do you have an outing?
Yes. I told you Fred had just arrived from Britain. We're going to visit his mom. He's coming to pick me.
I see. So, when is he going back to Britain?
He will be in Lagos for 3 weeks. Because he has come to put finishing touches to our wedding arrangements. We'll be visiting our pastor tomorrow. Where have you been since? I met the door open when I came back from work. You went out without locking the door?
No. I was in the garden. I knew when you came in. I was only trying to have a nice time with myself. That's all.
Been in the garden for about 2 hours? Doing what? Thinking? Praying?
Doing both. Maggie.
Yeah.
I was in that office today.
Is that so? Good news?
No.
Why?
Because I'm a Christian.
I can't understand.
Likewise myself. The woman I talked with had already concluded giving me the job. She had already sent for the person who is going to give me my employment letter. But when she discovered that I'm a Christian, she retreated back into her shell.
Why?
She said that the management of the company has just sacked an accounting officer just for trying to preach to the chief executive himself. So she said that the chief executive and the directors therefore now laid down a law that henceforth such people should not be employed.
Is that so?
Yes. You see what I mean? Why are situations making me feel it's a crime to love God and to be dedicated to Him? Perhaps I shouldn't have taken my Christian life serious as I have done.
No, Sandra. Don't think like that. It's not a crime to love the Lord. If you desire the fulfillment of the promises of God for your life, then you have to be patient and wait for its appropriate and appointed time for everything concerning your life.
Sometimes. Some things make me feel I have taken my Christian life too serious than I ought to. I wonder why good things are not happening to me too.
No, Sandra, you can't think like that. You are a child of God. Don't you trust God for the fulfillment of His promises concerning your life?
Yes, I do. I was only trying to tell you the war going on in my heart. I wonder why good things do not happen to me.
No, Sandra, you can't think like that. You've not been patient. And you've not been thankful enough. I understand you are under pressure. Your parents putting pressure on you on getting a job, get settled to cater for your younger ones. I do understand. I also know how sad you feel that your immediate brother has taken to the street because of your parents' inability to pay.
It's okay. You may know all those things. I told you. But not the way I feel to struggle out of university only for me to be searching for a job for the past 6 months. Maggie, moreover, you know how a lady feels when she's 29 and she had no man yet in her life. And her parents are putting pressure on her to marry and settle down quick to take care of our younger ones and their old age.
Sandra, you see, there is just one word I have for you now.
Go on.
Listen to this. Therefore, humble yourself under the mighty hand of the Lord, that He may exalt you in due time. casting all your anxiety on him, for he cares for you. That's 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6 through 7.
Yeah.
That's the Lord talking to you, Sandra.
Is that not him?
Yes, I think so.
Maggie.
Oh, Fred. How are you? You're
How's
welcome.
everything?
Fine. Charles, how are you?
I'm fine, Maggie.
You're welcome.
Thank
Sandra, meet Fred, my fiancé.
How are you, Sandra?
And Charles, his friend.
Good evening, Sandra.
Evening.
Nice meeting you.
Fred, what kept you so late? I've been waiting for long.
My car went for servicing. Actually, Charles brought me here. Don't worry, I've told Mom to wait for us. She's longing to see you.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see her. So let's be going. Sandra, I'll be back in about 2 or 3 hours. Do take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.
No problem. Just press the bell. I'll open the gate for you.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Sandra.
Me too.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice evening, Sandra.
You too.
Bye-bye.
How are you?
Fine, Maggie.
Good to see you.
Same here. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Nice outfit you have here.
Oh, thank you.
How was your night?
Oh, beautiful.
You're looking smashing.
Thanks for the compliment.
It's a pleasure.
So what brings you around here?
Actually, I was just driving past and I said, let me just drop by and set you some
that's
things.
Good of you. Thanks for taking us in your care to Fred's mom yesterday.
It's a pleasure.
We really appreciate that.
What are friends for? Maggie, I'm sorry for coming this early, okay?
No problem. You're always welcome.
Yesterday night, while coming from Fred's mom place,
Yeah.
I asked you some questions about your friend, Sandra, but you didn't give me any detail.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I answered all the question you asked about her. At least, the little I know. What else do you want to know?
All you told me was that she's staying with you for a while.
Yeah, that's the fact.
Because she's here to secure a job.
Yeah. She's looking for a job. Or can you get one for her? Because she's seriously in need of one.
Look here, Maggie. Job is not the issue.
Then what's the issue?
Is she engaged to a man yet?
You're funny. I cannot and will not answer such a question. I think you need to see her.
But Maggie, you should have an idea.
No, I don't. I tell you, sincerely, I don't. You need to see her and ask her because she's in the best position to answer such a question. I guess you need to see her.
Okay, you do me a favor, Maggie.
Anything I'll do for you.
Tell Sandra I'll be coming over to your place.
Today?
Yes, please. In the evening. I'd like to have a word with her myself.
No problem. You're always welcome.
Actually, I have to leave now because I have to attend to some things in the office.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard from Fred this morning?
Yeah, he called and he sent his greetings.
That's nice. I have to run along.
Okay.
Because I have issues.
So that's what brought you here?
No, and I was passing by, so let me just drop by and say hi.
No problem.
So do have a nice day, okay?
You too.
All right. See
Bye.
you in the evening.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
About who?
About Charles.
What are you thinking about him?
Well, I was just wondering why he was just asking such a question about me.
Are you thinking of giving it to this man?
Well, not really.
You see, Sandra, I think I need to tell you how I feel and what I think. I don't know this man. I doubt very much if he's a Christian. I mean a child of God who has the Spirit of God abiding in him. Sandra, don't get entangled in a relationship with a man in whom you are not sure the spirit and the love of Christ abides. Besides, I don't know his spiritual commitment. He just happened to be a casual friend or friend. Don't.
All right. I've heard you. Is that not him?
Maybe.
You have to go and open the door for him.
All right. He's asking of you.
Thank you.
Oh, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening, Charles.
Sorry to have come to disturb you.
No problem. Have your seats.
Thank you very much. Actually, I just want to... did Maggie tell you that I needed to see you? I was at a place of work earlier today and I told her I'd like to have a word with you.
Well, she said something like that. But you see, I can't understand her message. So?
Did she tell you I asked her a question?
Question? What question?
I thought she would have told you.
Maybe she wants you to ask it yourself.
I guess so. Yes, I guess so. She told me that you have been in search for a job for a long time and that you're desperate about this because you have pressures from your people at home.
Yes, she's right. She's actually right.
I also asked her if you have a man in your life yet. I'm sorry if I asked the wrong question. I just want to know.
And what about that?
The answer will determine what I'm going to say next.
You forgot to tell me about yourself first.
Oh, me? I thought Maggie will have told you some things about me.
She said she doesn't know you enough. At least that was what she told me.
Really? Maggie said that? I happens to be her fiance's best friend. Well, all right. I'm Charles.
Where do you work?
Charles Lewis and Gilbert's associate.
What work do you do?
It's an insurance company. I just happen to be one of the partners there. I'm Charles, and the other two are Gilbert and Lewis.
You mean you have a company of your own?
It's just a small, growing establishment. Now, I think I've told you enough about myself.
But why haven't you gotten married since all this time?
I'll tell you the reason later.
You mean you're not married?
Something like that. Really, Sandra, you see, this is the reason why I've come to see you. You see, right from the moment I set my eyes on you, I felt I've eventually seen the right person for me. But I don't know if you'd be willing to marry me.
You've not said anything about your Christian life.
Oh, well, I've been a friend to Fred for a long time. And you see, he knows that I'm a nice, gentle person, having the Spirit of God, even though I'm not too deep in the Christian faith, but I wish to grow in the knowledge of God.
Do you go to church?
Yes, I do, but Sandra, what has that got to do with love?
Because there is no perfect love except in Christ Jesus.
I agree with you. I love Jesus too, and I believe with you that Jesus will perfect our love.
I think I will need some time to think about this.
Exactly. I was expecting you to say that. I'll see you on my way from the office tomorrow evening. Thank you so very much for the audience.
You're welcome.
This is my card.
Thanks.
It has the address of my office and my phone number. Feel free. Thanks once again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And have a nice night.
You too. Charles, leave and give out harsh sermons.
He has gone.
Yes.
And what did he say?
Something. So many things.
I guess you decided to be alone.
Yes. Something like that.
Yes, what's it? Okay. Let her come in, please. Thank you. Yes, please come in. Oh, Sandra. Good morning. Nice to see you. Come in, please. You are looking gorgeous. Afternoon, Sandra.
We have a very beautiful office.
Thank you very much. Just have your seat. And to what do we hold this visit, Sandra?
I just came around this place. So, the card you gave me shows that I was close to the address on it. So I just decided to check on you.
Thanks. So have you met with the people you came to see?
Yes, but no vacancy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was told you studied accountancy in the university.
Yes.
Are those your papers?
Oh, yes. Have a look at it.
You have very good results on this paper.
Thanks. Do you have any friend who could possibly help?
I don't have to contact any friend, you know.
Why? In case, any one of them could have a job for me.
Look here. Getting a job to you seems the old world. But sorry to disappoint you. It's not an issue to me, but giving me your consent to marry me is more important.
Wait a minute. What that's supposed to mean?
Because I mean exactly what I just said, and I do not intend to say anything further.
You see, the card you gave to me shows that you're the principal partner. And
yes.
Something like the principal shareholder of this company.
Something like that.
Charles, how come you haven't gotten married despite all this?
Sandra, you asked me the same question yesterday evening. I'm going to give you exactly the same answer I gave you. I'll tell you when the time comes. But, Sandra, getting married to somebody you love brings you joy and satisfaction.
All right.
Thanks for the visit. Sandra, to you, getting a job is the most important thing. But to me, getting your consent to marry me is more important. You wonder why I say that? Come to think of it, if and when you get a job, is it not money you're looking for? It's not difficult for you to get a job. Consider my proposal first.
Sandra, I'm sorry for everything. Okay? I was only trying to help.
Yes, I appreciate it. As long as it is constructive and not confusing.
Oh, Sandra, is it really confusing?
Yes, it is. Maggie, don't you think you are trying to obstruct my thinking? When Fred proposed to you, do you have anyone teleguiding you or obstructing your thoughts?
Sandra, I don't really mean to obstruct your thinking. Neither am I teleguiding you in any way. You see, when I was at this junction, my pastor gave me a Bible verse, which helped me a lot. He said, where there is no counsel, people perish. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Yes, and that is in the multitude of good counselors, of reasonable counselors. To reason with my explanation.
Sandra, I understand all your points, all the points you are making. But I'm only trying to say you should not allow pressure to push you out of the will of God for your life.
So, you feel I'm about to be pushed out of the will of God? No. I have a different conviction in my spirit. Listen, Maggie, I appreciate your love and your hospitality to me. And I will always be grateful for accommodating me at this time of my trials. But when God begins to answer the prayers and reward a moment of patience, shouldn't you rejoice with me? Don't you believe that the Lord God who answered your prayer and gave you a good job with a nice man to marry will also answer mine? Then, if you do, why can't you therefore believe that this is the answers to the prayer that I've been waiting for? Why can't you support me? My parents in the village are languishing in want after spending all they had to give me a university education. My another younger brother has taken to the streets to become a street boy after being sent out of the school because my parents could not pay his school fees because of me. My other younger ones are still in the village, already finding it difficult sometimes to eat in the morning before going to school and wearing rags to school instead of uniform. In my search for job, I have been ridiculed and embarrassed several times. I have even been drawn to the streets by trusted friends. Finally, Maggie, I am 29. Is it not time I get settled with a man who loved me and promised to take care of me and my people? Huh?
Sandra, I understand the point you are trying to make, okay? I'm sorry for everything. I'm so sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
I am happy today that God has finally answered my prayers. Eh? Now I know that our efforts over you have not been in vain.
Yes.
So you have a good job also?
Yes, Papa. In fact, and I work in his company as a new accounting officer.
Eh? I'm happy. So happy. My son.
Yes, Papa.
You see, we have waited for so long to see who will be the husband to Abeke. We are now happy to know you today. But will you promise us that you will take good care of her?
Papa, I promise I will take good care of her. You see, she told me how you people suffered to educate her. How our younger brother, Akin, took to the streets because of your inability to pay for his school fees. And also how it's been rather difficult to cater for the welfare of our two younger ones.
Good, my son. She has told you all you need to know. We told her when she was going the other day to get a job, get married fast, so that she'll be able to help us to take care of these two younger ones. So we really thank you for all this.
She told me everything, Mama. And I assured her that as soon as we are settled down after our marriage, we're going to take our two younger ones to the city. They will live with us. And we will be responsible for their education.
Thank you, my son.
Thank you, yes.
I will also do my level best to locate Akin in the city.
Thank you, Oshe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And as for you, Papa and Mama, we will take good care of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my son.
We are now happy. We are now happy.
Thank you.
Happy.
When are you going to marry and settle down? You don't need to waste time any longer, you know.
Yes. My son, what is now your plan? Because I do not want any further delay again. What's your plans?
I actually discussed it with him. But he's saying in about 2 months' time.
2 months? Next month. Okay, it's all right by us. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
But he's trying to raise an objection.
Objection? What objection? Well, my son, what objection is that? Tell me.
He said he doesn't want any elaborate wedding. But he wants a quiet one.
But why? Why, my son? Why? We can't hide such a great occasion from our people and our friends in the village here. No. And we have other friends in other villages and towns around us. And we can't hide it from them. Why, my son?
Actually, Papa, we're going to make money available here in the village for all the ceremonies and the celebration that you have to do here in the village. But you see, the time is rather short for us to do any ceremony in the city. Well, that is just my thoughts.
My son, I understand you. But here in the village, we are going to make it elaborate.
Yes.
You can do whatever you like in the city, but here it's going to be elaborate.
Yes. That is how. It's all right by us.
Yes.
Take your drinks. Take it. It's all right by us.
darling. How's work?
Oh, fine, thank you, Mag. You said you'd be coming to my new apartment yesterday evening. So I waited, but you did not show up. I thought perhaps you couldn't locate the estate.
See, I'm so sorry. I couldn't make it yesterday. I left the office so late, so we're busy rounding up our records for the month. So I decided to see you in the office today.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thanks.
You have a fine office.
Thanks. How is Fred?
It's fine. He called this morning to tell me about other arrangements he's making concerning the wedding.
So when is he coming back home?
That will be in November for the wedding.
3 months' time. Is that not too long?
No. We've been cutting for about a year and a half, so waiting for another 3 months cannot be too far, I believe. So how's Charles?
Yeah, I just left his office. He's attending to some clients.
Sandra, have you informed your pastor about Charles?
My pastor? No. I will still inform him. You know, I've been so busy these days.
Sandra, you really need to make out time to see your pastor and to tell him about Charles. Probably take Charles along with you to him.
I will. You know what? We fixed the date for the wedding.
You mean you fixed the wedding?
Yes. We were at the village this last weekend to see my parents. You know, they were so glad to see Charles. It was a day of fulfilled dreams, especially my father.
So when is the wedding?
October, in 2 months' time. You know what that means? I'm getting married before you.
That's interesting. Sandra, don't you think it's too early? Have you known the man enough?
Do you think a whole lifetime is enough to study a man? No, I don't think so.
Okay, Sandra. You need to keep me informed of all necessary arrangements concerning the wedding.
Yes, I will. Just trust me.
I should be on my way now because I have some other things to attend to.
That's all right.
Good to see you.
Yeah, bye. Mommy, sit down,
Fine.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. How is everything?
Fine.
And you and your husband?
We're doing fine.
So we thank God.
Excuse me, I'm coming, sir.
No, wait. Don't bother to give me anything. Some other time.
Yes,
Some other time.
thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
So you know, we were expecting you to come back to us after the discussion we had in our house. But you never came back. Why? Where have you been?
Sir, I'm so
No, sit down.
Actually, I don't want to present any excuse. I also have it in mind to come and see you, but there are a lot of hindrances, some problems and pressure here and there. I'm so sorry, sir.
That's all right. Because since that time, you have not been regular in the church. On many occasions, we have sent some ushers to look around for you in the church, and they had always come back, but they couldn't find you. What happened? Where have you been? In fact, the most astounding part of it is about your wedding. We can never be hungry that you get married. No. Because it is our joy that every sister in our church will get married and settled. But why should you keep the matter about your wedding in the dark for us? For instance, you should have brought this man to us, introduce him to us, tell us about him. We don't even know who the man is. No. Well, Sandra, we are not happy that one of the strongest members of the ushering team has gotten married and were kept out of the whole thing. We are not happy at all.
I'm so sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Please forgive me, sir.
That's all right. That's all right. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the cloud is over. You are married. You are settled. You have gotten a good job. You must now be coming to the church. Get closer to God.
I will, Pastor. I promise.
It's all right.
Thank you, sir.
So are we to leave now? How is your husband? Where is he?
He's not around, sir.
Then you must bring him to us.
I will, sir.
Let us know him. Introduce him to us, so that we'll be able to have some few discussions together.
I will. Thank you, sir.
Sandra.
Yes, Pastor.
This is the most crucial time of your life. It is important that you begin to seek the face of the Lord. You have to draw closer to him.
I will, Pastor.
You must seek his face. Get closer to him. Don't forget.
Yes, sir.
It's all right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Is that Charles's house?
Yes, this is house.
Is that his new wife?
Yes, I'm his wife. Any message for him?
Tell him his real wife is around. Lady, you have married the wrong man.
I'm marrying the wrong man. Who are you? Naomi? Hello? Dad? Hello, hello? 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 Naomi! No! Oh, Charles.
It's me. What's happening? You called Naomi now. Naomi? A lady called, what did she say her name is? Naomi.
I don't think I know anybody by that name. She said that what? That you have married the wrong man? I don't know any Naomi. Probably one of my old friends who feels jealous and disappointed because I married you. Relax, Sandra, relax. I'll be home in about 30 minutes. We'll talk more about it. Take it easy, okay? Take it easy. Bye. I love you. Naomi. Naomi? No.
You beast! You beast! Charles, you left me and the children behind in Germany only for you to come down here and marry another wife. Charles, do you realize what you have done? Huh. We arrived from Germany this morning, the children and I. And I learned you've married another wife 2 weeks ago. A friend phoned me in Germany 3 days ago that you are now with another wife. It's just a pity. You could do this to me and the kids. But you have only one choice, Charles. That lady must go. I don't care what happens to her. As far as I am concerned, you have not married any other woman. And I remain the only woman in your life. And my kids are your only children. Charles, that lady must leave.
Hello? Hello? Oh, now me again. What is going on? Please. What? Lewis and Gilbert? Yes. They are Charles' partners in an insurance company. It's not true. That I should ask him when he comes back. Hello? Naomi? Naomi?
Sandra, what's the matter? Is everything okay?
Who is Lewis and Gilbert?
I told you they are my partners. Louis and Gilbert are partners with me in the company. I'm just the principal partner, the chief executive and the MD. I explained that to you.
Then who is Naomi?
Has that lady called again?
Yes. She asked me whether I knew who Lewis and Gilbert are.
But you know they are my partners.
I told her that they're your partners.
Of course, yes.
She said it's not true.
No.
That I should ask you when you come back who they are.
No. It's okay, Sandra. It's okay.
Huh?
Calm down.
What is going on?
Everything is okay, Sandra.
Charles, I am afraid.
It's all right, Sandra. Take it easy. Be calm.
Why should someone threaten my life at this stage? What is going on?
Sandra, it's okay. Why all these unnecessary tears? You're just hurting yourself. I've explained everything to you, Sandra. What else do you want me to say? Why are you being so afraid? Sandra, everything is okay, huh? Put yourself together, huh? It's okay. Look.
You can't go.
Sandra, be calm. You have to be reasonable about this, okay? I have works to do upstairs. Come on.
You are Sandra. And I am Naomi. Where is he? I am Naomi, Charles's wife. You don't know Gilbert and Louis. And I will show you who they are. And look. That is Charles and I in Germany. Those two boys are Gilbert and Louis. Gilbert is 10 years old, while Louis is 7. That is why the name of his company is Charles Louis Gilbert Associates. Still not convinced? Take this. That is Charles and I with Gilbert during his 10th birthday in Frankfurt, Germany. And finally, that is Charles and I during our wedding 11 years ago. Can I have them back?
What is the matter again, Sandra? Naomi! What did you do to her? What did you do to her?
Nothing. I told her what you have secretly kept away from her. I exposed your deceit, wickedness, and acts of betrayal. And I showed her the pictures of your 2 sons. Charles, do you even realize what you have done? You left me and the kids behind in Germany, only for you to come down here and marry another wife. You have just one choice. Just one choice. This lady must leave.
Naomi.
Now. Right now. Don't touch me!
Sandra, take it easy, Sandra.
Don't touch me! Charles, you lied to me. You blunt the head of my sword. You took the wind out of my ship. You now render my ship the wrestlers.
Sandra, listen to me. Let's be reasonable about this.
Stop, please.
Listen to me. Be reasonable, Sandra. Come on.
Lady, it's a pity. You did not look well before you left. You thought the river was shallow, but it was deep. We are temporarily lodging in a guest house, I and my children. In the evening, we are coming back here. I don't want them to see you here by the time we are here. I don't want them to ask unnecessary questions. And besides, that is not good for the psychology of my children. I don't want them to have questions on their mind. Therefore, leave this place before we come back.
Water, shelter, dreams, water, broken hope, short moments of glory. The tree has withered, flowers has faded.
Honey! Come and see your friend! Bring the remote. Honey, it's interesting. It reminds me of when we got married.
I not tell you, bedtime is to be strictly observed in this house.
It's beautiful. Honey, there's somebody at the door.
Well, the children were upset by the storms I
Honey, please go. There's somebody at the door. Wait, down. It's serious. Sandra, what's the matter? Maggie? Yes, darling. I'm coming. Maggie! My God, what happened to you? Sandra, what's the matter? Jesus. What happened?
Shelter dreams, water broken, short moments of glory. The tree has withered,
Now, Sandra, calm down and say something.
Charles lied to me.
Oh my God.
He bought me so cheap. Because I do not realize the invaluable price placed over me.
Please.
I had resisted several temptations and kept myself from the touch of men. With a dream to have a peaceful and settled life. At last, I was cheaply taken by the craftiness and the deceit of a man who had no heart for God.
Charles.
I thought that the Lord was too slow for me. I was too hasty and impatient with the Lord.
thought of pressure from home, of my suffering parents, and my languishing younger ones.
Take it easy.
I thought of friends around me getting married and having a lovely home. I bow to pressure. Instead of waiting for my own appointed time of glory. Imagine, I was too hasty and impatient with the Lord. Just because I wanted to have what I needed at my own time.
Take it easy.
Why didn't I wait for the Lord? I waited. But my obedience was not complete.
Yesterday morning, I was happy. I thought I had a home, which would be a refuge for me, my parents, and my younger ones. I thought I had begun to realize my dream of a settled life. But between the morning and the afternoon, the green leaves on my tree had withered and the flowers had all faded. What a very short moment of glory. If I had listened to all warnings, to be patient and not bow to pressures and temptations, I would still have retained my honor and pride now. Ridiculous, unbelievable.
Married for 2 weeks. One, two, three, one, two. One, two. I'm single again. I'm back to where I began.
dishonored, and ridiculed. I had lived with friends before, when I had no job and I had no home. Yeah, Mama. Back from a short and hasty journey, which I went with my pride and honor, but back with my pride and honor stolen from me by a man who bought me so cheap, because I do not realize my valuable price. Lord Jesus, I am back. I do not know where to start all over again. Or if you can make anything out of this broken and shattered vessel, I am.
Yes, come in. Sandra, your friend called me this morning. She told me that you intend coming to see me. She told me everything that has happened to you. Sit down. Do you know what the scripture says? In the last portion of Isaiah chapter 28 verse 16. He that believes will not make haste. You are back where you started, but definitely with wounded pride and battered honor. Even though your pride, dignity, and honor have been stolen, and a worthless person have bought you so cheap, and all your hopes, dreams, and high expectation have all collapsed in a moment of hours. Yet, if you will seek the Lord with all your heart and humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, if you will trust the Lord with all your heart and wait patiently for the manifestation of His glory upon your life, then your light will shine forth again.
Sir, is it still possible? Can my light still shine forth again?
For there is hope of a tree if it be cut down, it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. Though the root thereof wax old in the earth, and the stalk thereof die in the ground, yet through the saints of water it will bud and bring forth boughs like a plant.
The word of God says there is hope for a fallen tree. In his wrath, he still remembered mercy. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you for accepting me back.
There is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again. Though its roots may grow hard, rot in the heart, it will sprout again. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. There is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again. Though its roots may grow hard, rot in the earth, it will sprout again. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree.
Pray for me, Mama. Pray for me, Papa. Pray for me. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
You are Sandra, right? Hmm?
Yes, sir. I was here last week. I submitted my application and credentials. I also came here yesterday, and your secretary told me you would like to see me today, sir.
I have gone through your papers, and I must tell you that you have a very good result. But you see, you are a fresh graduate, and we always like to employ people with field experience.
Well, sir, I may be fresh from school, but you see, if I'm given the opportunity, I can always prove myself.
Well. You see, the laid down procedure in this accounting firm is that we do not employ fresh graduates from universities. We always prefer people with field experience. By the way, have you applied for any professional exams?
No, sir. I just graduated. You see, I have one of the best results for my faculty. I'm yet to put in for any professional examination, but I want a job first.
Is this the only accounting firm that you applied for employment?
No, sir. The fourth. I've always been told there is no vacancy.
You see, jobs are scarce, especially good jobs, like the one you are applying for in this company.
Sir, but your secretary told me you would like to see me today. And that's why I'm here, sir.
Oh, yes. Give me some time to go through your papers again and make some consultations.
I will not mind, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, when can I check back, sir?
This evening.
This evening?
Yes.
Do you do night duties there?
No. Do you know the White Castle Inn? Meet me there for 7:30 p.m. today. If you are really interested in the job, I'll be expecting you.
Can I go, sir?
Yes. Should I be expecting you?
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How was the day?
Oh, it was good. I had to stay behind in the office to work on some records. My boss is a very hard man. He insisted the work must be completed before I leave. Sandra, what's the matter? You don't seem to be in good spirits. The interview was not successful again. Look, if your application was rejected there, then you keep on trying.
At least, you can always stay here with me until you secure a good job.
Eliza, I have a job.
Wow! You mean you have been given the post of an accounting officer in Duncan, Kimberly and Associates?
Yes. I met with one of the directors.
Wow! Then,
if it is cause down, it will sprout again. Though his roots may grow hard, rot in the heart, it will sprout again. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. There is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again. Though its roots may grow hard, rot in the earth, it will sprout again. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and bring up branches like a tree. Yet are the saints of waters from heaven, it will bud and
How are you? Báwo ni? Ṣé kò sí problem? Àkúrin. Jọ́kẹ́, wọ́n bá àǹtí ẹgbẹ́ báàgì ẹ̀ lọ sílé.
Jọ́kẹ́,
Pẹ̀lẹ́ kúrin. Àbẹ̀kẹ́rẹ́ ọkọ àtijọ́ ará Èkó gbogbo Èkó ńkọ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹ̀ lọ déédé sọ fún yàrá pé mọ̀ bọ́ òwúrọ̀ ọkọ̀ àkínyó lẹ́wọ̀. Ẹnu ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àmójúbà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́.
Your father really tried. Ó gbìyànjú. He tried to make sure that at least if he has nothing in this village, he can always boast of having a child. He has trained out of university. He tried.
Thank you very much.
It's all right, Abeke.
Stand up, sit down.
Abeke.
Yes, Papa.
Now let's face the future. We have helped you. You are now a qualified accountant. What can you do now to help us?
Papa, whatever you think I can do, just tell me. Tell me, Papa.
Your younger ones, Lanre and Adepeju, we have been finding it difficult to pay for their schooling. We have not been able to buy any school books for them this year. And even sometimes, they go to school in the morning without food.
Mama.
Yes, Abeke. And I don't want them to be sent out of school like Akin. I don't want my children on the streets.
But what do you want me to do now?
You are now a qualified accountant.
Yes.
Find a good job in a big company. Get a good salary. And take up the welfare and education of your younger ones.
I will, Papa. I promise.
One more thing, my daughter.
Mama.
We are getting old. I want to see your child.
What?
Mama, get married fast. Give us a baby. Get settled and look after your younger ones. Abeke, that is all what we want you to do for us.
I'm a child of God. His thought for me are thought of good. He will perfect everything. He will give me a good job and a good home that will fulfill all your dream and desire for my life. Just be...
Abeke! Abeke, káàbọ̀! Pé wọ́kọ̀! Káàbọ̀! Káàbọ̀ rí o! Pẹ̀lẹ́! Bàbá bàbá tó ní bàbá tó ní. Ọ̀yà tó wà kí n ṣe sílẹ̀ náà jẹ́.
So, that has been the situation since then, Abeke.
But what effort have you made so far? I mean, to look for him.
Abeke, we tried so hard and we located him. At least your uncle Adio saw him in the city, near a big hotel with a group of boys.
Doing what, Mama?
I don't know. Your uncle told him to come back home, but he said no.
Why?
Aki. He said he's angry at us for allowing him to be sent out of school because we could not pay his school fees.
Abeke, could you believe that he accused us of neglecting him while we kept sending money to you to finish your university education?
I must have caused his problem then.
No, Abeke. No. We did the right thing, my daughter. You have been so determined and purposeful.
Yes.
You've tried so hard to read and finish your university education. So we had no choice than to put in all we had to make you realize your dreams. Abeke, we sold our farmlands to raise enough money for your final examination fees.
Yes. Oh, Papa, thank you.
In fact, Abeke,